Nice. So I want to say hello to everybody from Denmark, from Norway, from England, from Finland, Estonia, South Africa. Oh my God, I see so many people from Germany, from all around the world, from Romania, of course. Guys, I'm honored. Honestly, I'm honored to be part of this amazing family, and I'm glad to be part of what we're doing tonight together. And I really appreciate you guys because I know it's evening for most of us, and I know that you were invited by somebody that told you that they have an amazing thing that they want you to see, and you just quit what you were doing. I know you could be on the TV or going in the park or to a movie or whatever, but tonight you decided to spend half an hour, 40 minutes of your life just listening to an idea. And for this, honestly, I appreciate you because I believe that one of the basic rules in having success in life is to be open. And you passed the first test of being open. So congratulations for being here. And earlier I was watching that movie, and honestly, every time I'm watching that movie, I just get recharged because I remember the love that I have when I was a child. When I was a child, I was born in a very small city in Romania, in the land of Dracula, and I always wanted to. I was dreaming about traveling the world, about seeing the most amazing things this planet has, and having friends, and meeting new people, and having a community, and being free financially, having time freedom and everything. I was dreaming about this, and I didn't know how to get it, but you know that most of us are dreaming a lot when we are kids, but something happens with our dreams. What happens? I don't know. I think life happens. Programming of the society, of school. We get to having our own job or our own businesses, and we just start having the usual life that makes us forget about who we are, makes us forget about our real dreams, about what makes us happy. I have so many friends that are just living the life, but not actually they're just surviving life, but they're not fully living the life. So the thing is that when I was 18 years old, I moved to the capital of Romania, to Bucharest, and I thought that, being free means to have your own business. And I started having my own businesses. So at the beginning when I was in the university, I didn't have money. And all my life I wanted to travel. And I realized that first of all, in order to travel, you need money, which didn't happen when I was a student. Later on, as I told you, I started my own businesses. And I did businesses in like importing, construction, gyms, and many other stuff. And some of them really became successful. But I got in that point in my life where I started to have money. I was early in my 20s, but I didn't have time anymore. I mean, I wasn't enjoying my passion, traveling, anything. And I was thinking, okay, if now I'm 20 something years old and I'm having this kind of lifestyle, what will happen when I will be 40 or 50 or 60 years old? And I realized that in order to travel and to have an amazing life, you also need time, not just money. Just think about it. Do you know people that have money but honestly don't enjoy life? So that was when I made a switch in my life, and I said, wait a second, but my life was supposed to be different. When I was a child, I wanted to travel, I wanted to see the world, I wanted to have friends, I wanted to be free. So that's when I made a decision that I need to start making a change in my life. And about 2 years and a half ago, a good friend of mine, her name is Jeta Voina, called me and she told me, Razvan, I have this amazing opportunity. You have to see it. It's something that you'll get in love with. And I said, cool. I just went to a meeting with two people, just like you guys entered today in this webinar. And when I saw the concept, I just got in love, honestly. I was just like, that feeling when you are in love and you feel butterflies in your stomach for the first time? Because I saw what I was searching for all my life. I saw an amazing club. I saw a way that I can travel the world, I can meet people, I can make friends, I can earn money by doing that. And I said, wow, if this thing really works, I want to do it for the rest of my life. So before starting, I made my research. I searched with every information I could get. I saw that it's a serious company. Then I traveled the world and I saw the services. I saw how amazing this club treats you. Then I met hundreds of thousands of people from all around the world that were traveling with the club. They were super excited. And the friends told me, that showed me the concept, they told me, Razvan, look, if you take this banner, it says you should be here. And if you start traveling around the world and post things, people will start following you and you'll make an amazing team. So actually, this is what I did. And after 3 years and a half, guys, I can say that I thank God every day for giving me this blessing in my life. We've been to 60, 70 trips all around the world in the last 2 years and a half. We've seen the most amazing places you can see in this life. We have so many friends, just like the guys that invite you today in this webinar that we met through this club, and we're just like a family. We do parties together, we travel around the world. I can say I'm retired even if I'm under 30 years old. And I didn't give you all this information just to, to brag and to say, oh my God, this guy has an amazing life. The reason why I give you all this information is to make you guys open. What I can promise you for sure is if you give the next 30, 40 minutes of your life without, disconnecting yourself from Facebook, from WhatsApp, from TV, from the kids, from everything that is around you in this moment, I promise you that you will see an information that is creating a revolution all around the world, and you are one of the first people that can see that information. So you don't have any kind of, obligations. If you love the idea, you will be so happy for you guys to join us. If you don't like the idea, there is no problem. The guys that invited you won't be upset with you. But just spend the next 30, 40 minutes of your life getting really connected with the information, because I promise you love it. Cool? So, the club I was telling you about started about 10 years ago when two guys that had an amazing experience in the travel industry were thinking, how can we offer the people when they go to the trips the most amazing experiences? Not just staying at a hotel and making a reservation, just going to a place and living there and saying, wow, that was amazing. You know that at the end of the day, the only thing that remains to us guys is our memories. So that's how the idea of Dreamtrips appeared. And we have a platform that is online. It's called Dreamtrips.com, and it works just like on Booking.com, Expedia, Travel, whatever, Skyscanner, and all the other websites. The only difference is that we act like a VIP travel club with amazing services, but for normal people. Cool? So as I told you, I made all the research I can make about the club, and this is the same thing I will recommend to you guys. So the first thing I researched, I searched for the travel awards. So if you go online, but not now, and I will give you all the information you need, but if you go online and you search WorldVentures World Travel Awards or Rovia World Travel Awards, you'll see that our club won all the Oscars in the travel industry. So we won the award for the best online travel agency in the world, and we beat Booking, Expedia, TravelPrice.com, and all the other websites. Every year we win the award for the best travel club in the world. Actually, it's the biggest one also, and that happens for a reason, guys. So the reason is that, first of all, we are doing things differently. We invested a lot of money in technology, and actually, as a member, you'll have a user and an ID, and basically you can download an app on your own iPhones, Android systems, whatever you are using. And through this user and ID, you can make your trips all around the world. Whatever you want to book, a flight, a hotel, a trip, whatever you want to go, you'll have the best prices guaranteed. Also, you get connected to our community. As I told you, the club is uniting people from all around the world, just like tonight in this webinar. So basically, when you go to a trip in WorldVentures, you meet amazing people from Estonia, from Finland, from Denmark, from United States, from Asia, and being part of this club, first of all, the hotel treats us differently. And then you can just make friends around the world. And what is super cool is that we are becoming the next Facebook of traveling. And also we invested a lot of money in virtual reality. So just like I saw you, I'm sure you saw or you heard about the glasses from Samsung. So basically we developed glasses, real virtual reality glasses that you put in the app. And for example, when you want to travel, I don't know, in Dubai or the Riviera Maya, or you want to go skiing, we have videos that you put, and you can just see live how it is in Dubai, how it is in the Riviera Maya. It's just like you're there in that moment, and that's super awesome. These are the glasses, and you just, put them on the app, open the app, and you just see through them. It's awesome. All these things will create a revolution all around the world in the travel industry. And basically, as a member, you'll have two ways to travel, and both of the ways will guarantee you as a member the best price in the market. Cool? So the first way to travel is probably one that you are already using. From here, you can book your own flights, from low cost to first class for Emirates. You can book your hotels, from 2 stars to Burj Al Arab Dubai. You can book, you can even rent your cars whenever you want to travel around the world. We have discounts with most of the rent a cars companies around the world. You have also activities. This is a part that I love. And why do I love this? Because most of the time I just think about it. We are going to a trip, okay? Let's say we are going to Paris. And most of us are thinking, okay, I got to Paris. So what can I do for the next days? What can I visit? And you just spend hours on, you know, internet or asking people or stuff like that. So through the activities platform, you can find everything you can do in that city. You don't have to search it for yourself because you have a list of tens of activities that you can do in that city, like museums, parties, restaurants. You can even rent helicopters. And it's awesome. So first of all, you have discounts everywhere, 20, 30, even more percentage in discounts. And what is super cool that many times you have skipped the line. So for example, we were last year we were many times in Rome, and you want to go to the Vatican. And there were lines for hours there. And just because we had this activity on the platform, we are booking the activity, you get a voucher, you go there, you give the voucher, and you know, you skip the line for a few hours. It's awesome. Or let me give you an example. If you go to Venice, it's one of the most romantic cities on planet Earth. Let's say you want to rent a gondola. Usually a gondola, it's 8 euro, 100 euro, and many times they have, let's say maybe they have a singer, you know, but sometimes you give him money to shut up instead of singing. So if you go with WorldVentures, the gondola is $38 per person, under $40. You understand? You have amazing discount, you have private service, and many other stuff that are super cool on vacation. Also, you have access to cruises. So if you guys are fans of, or you know, going to cruises, you have cruises around Europe, around the world. And also, we have a hideaways program. So what is the hideaways program? Basically, if you are not a big fan of hotels, let's say, and crowded people, we have over 60,000 real estates all around the world that you can rent whenever you want, however you want, with your family, with your friends for 1 week. That means apartments, villas, even castles that you can rent with all your friends or all your family, or even alone. So the first thing I want you guys to understand is that basically WorldVentures is like a complete travel service. So whatever you do in 5 websites or in I don't know how many travel agencies, here you find everything combined through your own app. And what's even more important than that is that even here the club guarantees you the best price in the market. We took guarantees that actually created the whole revolution in travel industry, and that's why we got the World Travel Award. So the first guarantee of your price pledge works like this. When you book a flight or a hotel through WorldVentures, let's say in 70-80% of the cases you'll find an offer better than on any other website because of the contracts we have for tens of years. But the travel industry is big. I mean, you cannot always have the best contract in any kind of flight, any kind of hotel. So how the Rovia price pledge guarantee work? Since the moment you book your flight or a hotel, if in 24 hours you find the same flight or the same hotel in any other website cheaper, you just send a print screen to the company, you complete an email form, and they give you back not only the difference, but also 50% more as a reward. So what is super cool, there is in any scenario you'll have the best price in the market, guaranteed. And if you find a cheaper offer, you are even rewarded with 50% more. This way, guys, the club wants us loyal customers. This is something that no other website in the world or no other travel agency knows. I mean, just think about it. You buy from Booking.com or from any other websites, you just book once or twice or whatever, but they don't know that you'll come back. This way, the club will always know that we are loyal customers and they are taking care of us. And the second guarantee, the rich shrinker, it's awesome. So how does it work? When you book a flight or a hotel through WorldVentures, let's say you want to go to your favorite destination, maybe in Bora Bora, okay? Let's say you want to go and you pay maybe, I don't know, 2,000 euro for flights, hotels, whatever, in January. It's very possible that since the moment you book your flights or hotel until January, in the last day, the flight company or the hotel doesn't sell all the tickets. And in the last days, they give some last minutes. I'm sure that most of you guys heard about last minutes, okay? And somebody pays 500 euro for the same thing you paid 2,000 euro. So how does the rate shrinker program work? Since the moment you book your flights or your hotels through WorldVentures, until the moment you leave in that vacation, you have access to an automatic engine that searches for you for better prices. If it finds a better price, they automatically cancel the first reservation, they make the booking on the second reservation, and they give you back all the difference in travel points, travel dollars that you can use for your next flights, hotels, activities, whatever you want to book. And here we are talking about differences from a few dollars to hundreds of dollars or from thousands of dollars. But guys, just think about something. How many travel agencies call you and they say, Eric, I found you a cheaper flight, I will give you some money back. Or Nisa, I found you a cheaper hotel, I will give you some money back. Okay, that never happens. And actually it never happened to us before the club. And when it happened to us, we realized what amazing thing is to travel with WorldVentures. And here guys, you see, there are hundreds of thousands of people as members in the club, and they just tested the guarantee. They saw what amazing experience you can get. As you see, many of them are here in the webinar today. And the second way to travel, and our VIP product that we are all in love with, it's called Dreamtrips. And actually, how the name says, Dreamtrips are real dream trips, because they were made to offer you the most amazing experience you can get wherever you are traveling and whenever you are traveling around the world. So basically the dream trips are for any kind of ages, for any kind of social environments, for whatever you are doing. There are spa dream trips, there are sport dream trips, there are family dream trips, there are whatever, shopping dream trips, volunteer dream trips, spa dream trips, relaxing dream trips. So whatever is your taste for travel, you'll find it here through the Dream Trips program. So they're organized only in the best hotels, 4- and 5-star hotels, but at amazingly well negotiated prices, as you'll see in the offers I will show you earlier. And what is super cool, guys, it's the evolution of this club. So imagine that I got enrolled in 2014, and back then there were about 800 to 1,000 trips around the world. Not so many. And imagine that in 2016 we have over 11,000 dream trips all around the world. It's a whole revolution. And what is super cool is, as you can see in the right corner, is the Rovia Price Pledge Guarantee that says like this. When Rovia Dream Price Promise Guarantee. That's when you book your dream trip, okay? And if you find the dream trip cheaper in 7 days in any other online agency, of course with the same services, with the same details, the club will refund you all your money back and will send you in the tip for free. Exactly. They will send you in your tip for free. So let me give you a few examples. I told you I've been in tens of trips in the last 2.5 years. I'm just in love with them. But just let me give you a few examples to realize how the dream trips work. So we have here an amazing trip in Madrid. Actually, we were last year there in November or October. We were about, I don't know, maybe 300-400 people that came from all around the world. So here we have a 4-day trip in NH Collection Madrid. It's one of the best hotels there, with 3 breakfasts included, with 2 dinners, with a flamenco show. It's amazing to see an amazing live flamenco show, with a dinner and many other activities. And imagine, guys, that all the trip is $279 per person for 4 days. That's right, not for one night, just for 4 days. And if you see there, usually the new members, the people that are getting enrolled now, in the first 3 months since they got enrolled, they have an extra discount. So actually for you, it's about $200 per person. And if you check there, it says you can apply 75 points to your trip. So please remember this. Actually, you'll see that the whole trip is, instead of $200, is $200 minus $75. So that means $125 per person. Just please remember this. I will explain to you a little later how it works. Here is an amazing trip in Budapest, in Hungary. 4 days in Corinthia Palace is one of the best hotels there, with an amazing spa, 3 breakfasts included, 1 lunch, 1 dinner, a Danube tour. I'm in love with the Danube because I was born near the Danube. And the whole trip is $420 per person minus the points. Of course, if you want to extend the trip, and instead of 4 days, make it 7 days or 2 weeks, it doesn't matter. You just give an email to the company and you extend the trip with the same policies of discounts that you get as a member. Here we are talking about trip in Paphos in Cyprus. Actually, we were here a few months ago. It's 4 days in Asia Resort, a 5-star resort with 3 banquets, 1 lunch, 1 dinner. One day you'll have a full day Paphos National Tour with a Jeep Safari. And guys, honestly, it was amazing. We came with Jeep Safari. We came with 4-wheel drive cars. We went to the Sea Turtles Reservation Park. We went to the Aphrodite Hills Bath. We went to a restaurant. Actually, it was a local restaurant. It was traditional, now that like the commercial one. And we just had so much fun, and we were 30, 40 members connected all around the world. And imagine the whole trip is $130 per person. I mean, honestly, just think about it. For 4 days, actually, it's cheaper sometimes than staying back home. Lisbon, Portugal, again, we were last year there, again, amazing city, 4 days in Corinthia Palace, with hop on, hop off, with a lot of tours included. Vienna, again, was one of the cultural centers of Europe, an amazing city. Halkidiki, Greece, this is one trip that really got us connected to the club emotionally, because actually, for me, it was my first trip in Halkidiki, Greece. And imagine, guys, that we did there a trip with about 1,000 people that came from all around the world. Actually, I met one of my friends that I will bring later on there in Halkidiki. I mean, just think about something. Think about how hard it is sometimes to get, I don't know, maybe 1, 2, 3 friends to go to a movie or to a dinner together. I mean, going to a community and traveling and making parties and having fun all around the world is something unique, guys. You can never find it anywhere else. That's why we got so in love with the club. Of course, if you are that kind of person that prefers to stay a little lay low, of course you don't have to stay with a gang. But most of us are searching for friends, are searching for community, like searching for parties. And that's what the main thing this club does. It just unites people from around the world. Also, we have sports Dreamtrips. So for example, last month we've been to Paris, to France. Actually, it was the football championship. We spent about 10 days there. It was awesome. We got tickets there. So if you are fans of sports, we have these kind of trips. We have also the trips for the favorite sports of the ladies, and that's called shopping, girls. Yeah. So basically, we have trips organized all around the world, in which, for example, you go to Milano, you have discounts to shops, you have a driver that is taking you. It's an awesome experience. And what we are very proud of is our volunteer trips. So if you are the kind of person who love to help, we have trips organized all around the world. For example, like countries like Guatemala, where you go there, you stay for a few days, you see all the things that you can see there. But also for a few days, you can go and build a school for the people that, are not so blessed like us. And what we are super proud now, we've built over 100 borrowed schools in Guatemala. So what I can promise you for sure is that if you like giving and you are open to the, spiritual side, I promise you this experience will be one of the most experience you can get in your life. Of course, it's only for people that want to. And also we have our business-to-business concept. So basically every member of us that has his own business can make a promotion. I mean, he just makes it better, he gives a discount to the members, and this way all the network that we have around the world has access to these discounts. It's a benefit for him, but it's a benefit from all of us as members. If you go to the United States or any other country, what you find is discounts everywhere, from shops to, restaurants and many other stuff. And what is super cool, because we're talking about restaurants, is our restaurants program, Dreamtrips Local. So how does it work? I mean, who loves eating? Yeah, so basically all of us are eating, except you are, maybe a Buddhist guru and you stopped eating for the last 2 months. So of course, most of the times we love, going out, going to a cool restaurant, eating at least once per week. Personally, I love to go and do that every day. But what is super cool about the WorldVentures program? So when you go to a restaurant that we have a contract with, you go in a week. So as a member, you have some private tables, they teach you differently, they have some special menus, and even more than that, when you get your bill, let's say the bill is €100, okay? But part of that bill, like 30%, 40%, comes back into your own account as travel points that you'll be able to use for your future trip. So how cool is that you can earn your trips by eating? So that's why I said that this club is creating a revolution all around the world. And what is super cool, what is another benefit that you'll get as a member, you have your own personal concierge. So it's a 24-hour concierge that, guys, whenever you have something, you just pick up the phone, call somebody answers you, and they just help you. I mean, let's say you have a problem with your reservation. Pick up the phone, they help you. You want to, make a reservation to a great restaurant in London. And just think about it. When you call and you say, I'm Razvan from Romania, I want a reservation, they say, okay, cool. Yeah. But when the club calls and they say that one of our members, the biggest club in the world, calls and say one of our VIP members wants a special reservation, it sounds differently. You know what I mean? We have situations that they help. For example, I have friends of mine that had had problems with their papers. They had the passport expired, so they got to the airport and the passport expired. So the club connected them to the Romanian consulate, and they just helped them with the papers and everything. Long story short, in 3 hours they were in another plane because they helped them change the flights also. So how cool is it to be part of the club and have your own personal concierge? And as you will see, there are 2 ways in which you can have the membership, okay, the benefits of the member. So the first way, it's a gold membership. So as a gold member, you have access to these dream trips organized all around the world. It's over 10,000 dream trips. Just like I showed you, in Paphos, in Barcelona, in Madrid, in Budapest, and all the amazing countries. And as you see, there are amazing trips at very, very good prices. Also, you have access as a member to these over 60,000 real estates all around the world, like villas, apartments, castle, and all the others. You'll have your own personal booking site and your own app with your user and your passport, where whenever you want to book something, you just go there and book with the best price, flights, hotels, activities, whatever you want to book. You'll have access to this exclusive daily discounts, plus the restaurants program, where you can go and earn your trips by eating, plus your own concierge. And what is super cool is the way the club works. So for all these services that you get, the enrollment in the club is $200. And besides the fact that you are a member and you are using these services, these $200 become 200 points, dream points, and actually they are an advance payment for your future trip. You remember in Madrid when I told you to remember those 65, 75 points? So basically, guys, when you go to a trip, you just deduct the price from the trip from your own money that you become a member. And you have a membership of $50 per month. The total is $600 per year. And besides the fact that you became a member and you are using the concierge, the discounts, everything there as a member, for your loyalty, at the end of the year, the club will reward you with your $6 in 600 travel points that again you can use as discounts for your future trips. Actually, with the same money, you go in better trips, better services, with amazing community, and at better prices. So what is super cool? What can be more cool than that? And for the people that, let's say, want some extra services from their trips, you have the Platinum membership, where you get, besides the Gold membership, you have, let's say, some extra VIP treatment. Like, for example, we've been to a trip in Amsterdam, maybe 1 month ago or something. So the Platinum members had a VIP travel transfer. I mean, they sent the car to the airport, they were waiting us with the signs, they took us from the airport, they took us to the hotel, and sometimes that makes a difference. Many times you have a dinner, or a massage, or a private party, or a voucher for spa, or whatever. Always they try to make you feel better as a Platinum member. You can use 20% more reward points in your future trips. You have priority to reservation. I mean, there are so many times, guys, when they put a trip like, Barcelona, 4 days, 5-star, many tours included with $200 something. Of course, it gets sold out very fast. But the Platinum members find out about the trips 1 day before, and they can make their own reservation. And also, you have access to a few hundred Platinum Dream trips that Gold members don't see. And they're not trips like you saw, like Cyprus, 4 days, 5-star, $130. There are trips that cost maybe $1,000, $2,000, maybe even more, but they are the kind of trips that would cost maybe double or triple every time. They're unique experiences and more exclusive places, like, Bora Bora, Boracay, Seychelles, Dubai, and many other stuff like that. And many other facilities would exist in trips. And actually, the difference is not so big. The enrollment in the club, instead of $200, is $300. Again, you can use the money because they become points, and you use them as an advance pay of your future trip. And the monthly fee, instead of $100, is instead of $50 per month, it's $100 per month. And again, at the end of the year, besides the fact that you are using all the services as a Platinum member, the club will reward you again for your loyalty with $1,200 in points that, again, you can use as discounts for your future trips. So, of course, everyone will choose the membership that fits best his budget, his way of traveling and whatever. And as I told you guys, this sign is actually uniting us, uniting people from all around the world. So, of course, most of us, we were traveling before WorldVentures, but of course we didn't travel at this kind of prices. So this was the first thing we saw. that we can travel around the world and we can travel at better prices. But then we got in love with the club because we saw the amazing services, the activities that the club was providing for us. And then we got in love with the community. As I told you, when you go to Dream Trips, basically you meet people from all around the world, cool people from all around the world that are traveling with the same club. And as I told you, this is something unique. And that's connecting somehow in the business part, because when you travel the world, you just go there, and of course most of the people are asking you, especially when you post this banner. So, okay, Eric or Petrushor, where have you been? Okay, I've been to Paris, to France. Wow, awesome. How much do you stay? I don't know, 4 or 5 days in a 5-star hotel with a lot of tours included and many other stuff. And how much you paid? Well, a few $100s. And they say, come on, are you crazy? How did you pay a few $100s? I mean, these are normal conversation, you know, always people are asking us. And just say, I mean, I'm enrolled with this amazing travel club and it allows me to travel like this, with this price and with this community. And most of people say, okay, then I want in, just show me how. And that's how WorldVentures suddenly becomes a business. So this is something optional, and this is what I want you guys to understand. In the first part, I showed you a way in which you can make amazing trips all around the world with this amazing community, or if you just want to travel alone. In the second part, I will show you a way in which you can earn some points and make your trips for free, or even make maybe a few hundred or a few $1,000s per month, or even guys go to the financial freedom. But as I told you, this is something purely optional, just for the people that are open to this part option also. So as I told you in the beginning, even since I was in the university, all my life I wanted to have business like this, that from a laptop, from a phone, I can have an international business they can conduct all around the world. I can just enjoy life. So as I told you before starting the club, I made my research. I don't believe in fairy tales, so I made my research. So of course, first thing I went on Google, and on Google I saw many people that were super excited about the club, people that use the product, but also I saw people that were going as anonymous people, and they were writing all kinds of bad stuff about WorldVentures. The dream tips are not working, the prices are not real, the club is not real, and all the other stuff. And what I realized a long time ago is, guys, the opinion is the cheapest merchandise on planet Earth, and especially online. You know why? Everybody gives it because it's for free. Okay, it doesn't cost anything to give your opinion. But what I learned a long time ago is, for example, if I want to buy a Samsung, I don't go on Google or on forums to see what people think about Samsung, because you'll never buy a Samsung anymore, or an iPhone, or any kind of thing. This is what people do when they are frustrated, when they don't have anything to do best. They go online and just throw away their opinion. But what I realized that if I want to buy a Samsung, I just go to people that are using Samsung and I ask them about their opinion for the right people. And it's valid in any kind of thing you want to do, guys. If you want to do a business of real estate, I want to ask Donald Trump. If I want to go and ask, I don't know, about IT, I want to ask Bill Gates. These are the kind of people I'm taking their opinion of, not Google, not forums, okay? So this is what I did. I mean, I made the research online, but I go to the real sources. So for example, I went and I checked about the travel awards, as I told you earlier. I just went on Google and I wrote World Travel Awards, WorldVentures, and I saw all the awards. I realized you cannot bribe, you know, the Oscars of the travel industry to give you an award except you are doing something awesome. Then I went to Ernst & Young, and I realized that in 2010 I saw that Ernst & Young awarded in a regional area the founders of the company as the Entrepreneur of the Year. I realized that that must be something huge. They are doing something different. Then I went and I saw a company that only in 10 years, it's already in the Inc. 5000 in the United States. And I just met members that were traveling from around the world. I went to the United States and I met the founder of the company, and I realized, wow, this is a huge company. This is where I got my energy and my sources from. And then I just realized the opportunity, guys. Actually, this is our headquarters in Dallas, in Texas. Now we have 5 headquarters all around the world, in Asia and many other areas of the world. And then I realized why WorldVentures is an opportunity. First of all, travel industry. I mean, just think about it. It's the biggest industry in the world. And if you go to an airport, it's full every day, all day long. Okay? So what does it tell you? That people are starting to travel more and more and more. Then we are talking about internet. I mean, clearly, guys, is the future. Bill Gates was saying that if you have a business and it's not online, in the next 10 years, you won't have a business anymore. And imagine that in the travel industry. I mean, most of the people are starting slowly to make their reservations online. Why? Because it's easier, it's cheaper, and it's, you know, it's more comfortable to do it that way. And third reason, I'm sure that many of you guys are thinking, yeah, I mean, this club sounds cool. Maybe even the business opportunity sounds cool. But why did I have to go in a webinar with this excited young guy to tell me about WorldVentures? And why didn't I hear it from a commercial, from, I don't know, internet or maybe from TV or whatever? So I will just give you the explanation. I mean, 10 years ago, actually I was studying advertising in the university. And I had teachers there. They were teaching us 10 years ago that slowly, the credibility of the commercials won't be so big. People are starting to disbelieve the commercials. I mean, guys, think about it. You really think that Cristiano Ronaldo is washing his head with Clear, with a €3 shampoo? Or do you think she's eating KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken? I promise you, no. He couldn't run for 8 hours every day if he was eating Kentucky Fried Chicken. I have nothing with Kentucky Fried Chicken. Actually, it tastes awesome. But I'm sure that Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't eat it. He just gets paid with millions and millions of dollars to, you know, recommend us Kentucky Fried Chicken. You realize what I mean? So what the club realized also is the same thing. Just think about it. Have you ever went to a restaurant that one of your friends recommended to you? Or maybe to a movie? Or maybe to a club? Or maybe to a trip? Just imagine. Did you ever go to a trip just because you heard from a friend that it's awesome there? Of course, we are doing this all the time. So that's what the club realized also. That instead of spending hundreds of millions in commercial, it's a lot smarter to pay people to use your trips, to use your services. Because people, when they are excited about something, like what they do, they recommend to their friends, to everybody. And also, what the club wanted is to make a filter to our members. I mean, guys, you are honored to be part of this webinar today because somebody believed in you. So the club doesn't want, you know, just take people from the streets and enroll them in WorldVentures. We want a quality environment. We want, when you go to a trip, to feel good with people, you know, like-minded people from all around the world. So that's why the only way to get enrolled in the club is for a member to invite you. So if your friends invited you, it means they have a good opinion about you. Cool? So what is the most important thing from the business perspective? Actually, I will say in the next 30 seconds. And if I would have to say only this, for the smart and open-minded people, it's more than enough. So guys, the club started 10 years ago. For 5 years, it was only in the United States. Now it's in about 30 countries all around the world. So what is super cool is that most of the countries have only a few members. Cool? So imagine that we have countries like UK, it's one of my favorite countries. Imagine that we have about 5, maybe 7,000 members in 5 years. Cool? And the population is of tens of millions. And the people are spending billions of dollars traveling. So what does that tell you? Do you think they would love to travel at better prices? Yes, of course. But they have no idea, and just look in my eyes. This is the only thing you need to understand. They have no idea that they can travel with WorldVentures at better prices. And I'm not talking only about UK. I'm talking about all countries all around the world, okay? In Germany, there are maybe 1,000 members. It's a population of 80 million members, and all around the world. Guys, these people will find out. In the next 10 to 20 years, I promise you that most of the people, especially in the big cities, will know about WorldVentures, just like they found out about the phone companies, the internet companies, and all the other companies. But now, we are in that point that the mobile companies were 20 years ago, in the 90s. I mean, just think about something. Would you ever imagine 20 years ago, when all of us had, you know, like fixed phones, you know, you just had the phone in your house or in your office. Whoever would think that from a phone like this, from a gadget like this, you can connect in 3 seconds with everyone all around the world. So what happened 20 years ago with the phone companies or with the internet companies, this is exactly the same thing that is happening now with WorldVentures. And the people invite you today because you are extremely blessed. You are one of the first people on the planet Earth that find out about this information, and you can implement it in your own countries or wherever you want all around the world. And you guys, I mean, just think about it. You are the guys, the people, the men, the women that have this one chance ever. And let me tell you why. Because in the next 10, 20 years, it will be obvious, just like the phones are obvious now, okay? So the same thing, it will be obvious to have a membership in a club and to travel at better prices and with an amazing community. But now most of the people have no idea about it. So that's why I said if you really heard what I said in the last 30 seconds, it's more than enough. Whenever you have a friend on this planet that wants to travel at better prices, you can enroll him. Whenever you have a friend that wants also to build a business, you can also do that, and that is super cool. And as I told you, this was the kind of business that I was searching for even since I was in the university. From a phone, from a computer, you can have an online business without, and without, guys, I mean without employees, without an office, without costs, without risk, without any kind of, you know, things that have to do with a classical business. So as if for the people that don't just want to travel, okay, but also want to build a business with WorldVentures, it works like an affiliation, okay? So you become affiliated with the club. It will be like Eric Gusevich, the .worldventures.biz. It's you open your online office with $100 once in your life. And then an $11 per month is the maintenance of your business. And what's happening here? From here you can enroll friends from around the world, okay? And you can see how many of them are just members, you know, customers and use the product. How many of them are also recommending with their friends and building a team. From here you can manage your business. From here you can transfer the money in your own bank accounts that you put. And basically from here starts everything. And just think about it. How is it to open an international business with $100 once in your life? I'm sure that most of you were thinking, how can I open my own business? But you got trapped in the investment. Guys, I lost a lot of money. I mean, I lost a lot of money in the business world. And actually I call it, you know, school tax, okay? Because I learned so many things. So why I'm saying these things? Because I didn't know about businesses with $100, you know? I didn't hear about that. I knew about businesses in which you invest at least tens of thousands of euros and you risk a lot and you can lose them in one day and you can just, you know, you have employees and all this kind of stress. I didn't know how you can invest $100 in a business online and you can have an international business. And that's when I realized two important things. First thing, so many people are not even open to the ideas they don't understand. And just think about it, guys. Whenever we don't understand anything, either we get ignorant and we just say, yeah, whatever, I heard those things. Or even worse, we choose to put labels. Why we put labels is because it's the easiest way to justify ignorance, putting labels. But what I realized, the second thing is, guys, the business world is changing. And it changed a lot in the last 10 years, especially since 2008, since the crisis came. Businesses that were working 20 years ago are not working today. Factories that were working what our parents were taught 20, 30 years ago, this kind of businesses are not working today. We're in an area where, just think about it, just you heard about Uber, okay? Who would have thought 2-3 years ago that the biggest transport company in the world doesn't own any kind of car, okay? That's crazy. This is the kind of area we are in. Somebody invents something smart, it puts it online and just becomes viral. So that's what I understood about WorldVentures. That are people that are ignorant, but there are people that are realizing the phenomenon before it gets a phenomenon. And they become trendsetters and they build businesses all around the world. And what is super cool is that the company pays us to do the marketing. So how does it work? For example, when you enroll somebody, I mean, you just have the option to travel, as I told you, or you can talk to your friends, people from around the world, and you can enroll them in the club. So when you enroll somebody in the club, the first thing and the most important one is that you give a gift. You give a gift to that person because you connect him to a community, you connect him to a travel club in which you can make amazing trips at the best prices all around the world. And for that, the company awards you with 100 travel points, Dreamtrip points, that you can use for your future trips. When you want to go to your next trip, you just deduct the money from that trip. And I mean, some of you are thinking, yeah, but why do I get paid? For the same reason Cristiano Ronaldo gets paid, okay, millions from KFC, okay? So instead of the company paying Cristiano Ronaldo, they pay us. So if you're not sorry for Cristiano, please don't be sorry about yourself, cool? When you enroll a Platinum member, you have $200 in Dream Points and $50 cash. The cash money the company sends you in 7 days in your own bank account, okay? When you enroll 3 members in the club, you have $100 cash if they are gold members plus 300 points, travel points. And if they are platinum members, $250 cash plus 600 points, plus training dollars. We'll talk a little later about that. And what is super cool is when you enroll 4 members. When you enroll 4 members in the club, you have the membership for free. That means you can use the services, the discounts, you can go to the trips, and you are just, you know, a free customer of the club. And what is super cool is that as long as you have 4 active members in the club, that means either they are paying their monthly fees and enjoying the product, either they enroll 4 members and they close the membership, all your life, also you'll get, besides the fact that you're using the services, you'll also get the loyalty points. You'll get $600 if you are a gold member, $1,200 if you are a platinum member to use them for your next trip. So what is more cool than just, you know, talking to a few friends about WorldVentures, giving them a gift, and for that, having some trips for free. And you can, I mean, you have no obligation. For example, you can enroll 1, 2, 3, 4, 100, it doesn't matter. So for example, when you enroll 6 members in the club, besides the fact that you have the membership for free, you have $450 if they are gold members cash plus 600 points, or $750 cash plus 1,200 points if they are platinum members, plus the training dollars. Actually, the training dollars, you can use them for the next trainings. I will explain to you a little later. But what is super cool, guys, it's what's happening next. And what's happening, it becomes viral. And I will just tell you what happened to us. I mean, at the beginning, we talked to a few friends, and they told both me and my partner, Razvan, anyway, we're traveling. I mean, why wouldn't we travel at better prices? And they started traveling, you know. And from a few members, they went to trips. And when they went to trips, they saw the amazing services. They love the party. They love the community. There were people from all kinds of ages, with families or without families, or from around the world. And they just got in love with the club. And when they got back home, they started spreading the news with everybody. And from a few members, they become tens of members. From tens of members, they become thousands of members. And now, guys, we have about 500 to 1,000 members every month joining the club. We have almost 15,000 members around the world, 1.5, in 2 years and something. So what is super cool is that people are traveling. And just think about it. People are paying monthly fees every month for everything, for internet services, for water services, for electricity, for phone companies, for everything. We're paying this money for services. So in the same way, people are paying money for WorldVentures monthly for the services. Okay, of course, with the same money, they go in better trips, better services, better activities, and with an amazing community. The only difference is that WorldVentures, instead of paying commercials, they are paying us, members that go and talk to people and recruit new members in the team. And just let me give you an example. So since the moment you started, every time 6 new people join your team, but not enrolled by you, as I told you, enrolled by all the friends of your friends, just like on Facebook, you get $200. 6 members, $200. 6 members, $200. You have another bonus that you can get from $300 to $900 every month, but actually the real money comes from the passive income that I told you earlier. So basically, you connect people to the club, they pay their monthly fees, they travel the world, they enjoy the club, and because you connect them, you are getting paid for that with passive income, just like, you know, real estate. You have 10 apartments rented, you are a free man, okay? So let's just give you an example. If you are a senior representative in the club, it means you have 30 platinum members of 60 gold members in your team, but again, not enrolled by you. You don't have to enroll 30 people, okay? Enrolled by all your team. So let's say the medium income of a senior rep is about $500-600 per month, okay, passive income. A director has 90 platinum members or 180 gold members and wins about $1,500, $2,000 per month, medium income, okay? A marketing director wins about $5,000 per month. An R&D wins a lot, well over $10,000 per month, medium income. The last level in the company, guys, is international marketing director. And here we are talking about incomes of at least tens of thousands of dollars every month, okay? I know that some of you are getting scared, but I just want you to understand where the money comes from, because it's very simple. As I told you, there are some people that are just traveling and with their, they are traveling at better prices and enjoying the membership. There are some people that are just spreading the news with a few friends, and from this they get, some travel points, they get to make some trips for free. But there are also people that part-time, besides the job they have, besides the business they have, they give a few hours per week for WorldVentures. And there are people that are starting to earn from a few $100s per month to thousands of dollars to really financial freedom in its sense. The only difference is between the people that see it as a hobby and the people that really want to see it also as a business perspective, because I told you nobody has any kind of obligation. What I can tell you for sure, guys, is that, of course, international marketing directory doesn't happen in 1 month, okay? It happens maybe in 6 months, in 1 year, in a few years, in 5 years. What I can promise you that it's worth it. So it took us 1 year and 6 months to get to that level. And when you get there, you just, you get an award like this and a ring, okay? But they are not important. The most important thing is the friends you make and the lifestyle you make. What I can tell you for sure is that it's worth it. Every hour you spend here, it's worth it for everything I told you earlier. But also there are some bonuses. So for example, if you want to earn some fast money, there is a bonus in which if you enroll 90 members in 90 days with all your team, that means 1 member per day, or 180 gold members, you qualify for this bonus and you get extra $5,000. With total, it's about $10,000. Okay, it's not very easy, it's not very hard. Okay, if you put a few hours per day, you can do it easily. There are a lot of people that do it. Also, you have a car bonus. I'm super excited because tomorrow it comes my first car from WorldVentures, and I'm super excited about that, guys. The company is paying us every month a monthly fee for the car. Also, house bonus. I'm living in an apartment fully paid from WorldVentures. Also, you have, and what's amazing is that you get to travel and to see the most amazing places of this planet paid by a club. So what can be more cool than that? But I know that many of you are thinking now, okay, so the club looks great. I'm sure the trips are awesome. The business perspective seems nice also. But how would I know to do that? I mean, I'm too old, or I'm too young, or I'm a doctor, or I'm not a salesperson, or I'm a doctor, or I'm a lawyer, or I'm having another business, or whatever. So guys, what I want you to understand is that here there are people from all kinds of social environments, from all kinds of ages, from around the world, okay? So the reason why people have success here is not because they went to the WorldVentures kindergarten or high school, okay? We are getting connected to an amazing training system that the company built for us. So we have trainings organized all around the world where people that have already the experience are coming and are teaching us step by step how to get there. And you remember when I told you about when you enroll 3 or 6 members, you also make money to go to the trainings, okay? So what is super cool about the training? So first of all, the future training is View from the Edge. It's in Berlin in November. What we love about these trainings is, first of all, it's an amazing trip. So it will be from 11 to 13 of November. If you really like the idea, just come there. I promise you, it will be one of the best trips made ever. Berlin is an amazing city. There will be thousands of people from around the world, which you should be here, science. I mean, we'll just take over Berlin. It will be awesome. And second of that, you'll get access to an event, a 3-day event, where whatever we talk there, I mean, you can really see it. You'll meet the president of the company. The Mark Caseta is our international director of training. He's one of the most amazing trainers in the planet Earth, honestly. And also you'll get to meet leaders from around the world. I mean, you'll just get the facts. You'll get all the information you need. You'll know step by step how you can bring the light to this planet with this club, and also how to break records here. So if you are that kind of person, just make sure you talk to the person they invited and come with us in November in Berlin. And the last things I want to end with is, first of all, what is super cool is that you don't have a boss, you don't have employees. If you are already a business owner, you don't have a target, you don't have anything that is a stress for you. You just make your own schedule whenever you have time, however you have time. And also, guys, I mean, I don't want you guys to imagine that you have to quit your job or close your businesses to start doing more ventures. Every one of us started part-time, and I'm sure that you agree with me that when you want to find time for something, you always find time. this excuse when we don't have time, it will always be. What I realized is that 2.5 years ago, I realized that if I find this excuse that I don't have time, I will always find this excuse in my life, okay? That's why I wanted to join. And with a few hours per week, I started investing in WorldVentures. And what is also the most important part is that you'll get support. First of all, you'll get support from the people that invited you here today. They are amazing people that they already have the experience. They will guide you step by step exactly how to do it, If you just want to join as a member, they will show you how to download the app and show you how it works. If you also want to build a business, they will show you step by step what you need to do. But what is amazing, guys, is that you'll find support from a system that we already created in the last 10 years all around the world. So we have online presentation like this almost every 1 or 2 days, when we just invite your friends, you send them the link, somebody presents instead of you, one of our leaders from around the world, and your business grows. I mean, I hope for God's sake that it seems easy, okay? Just if this doesn't seem easy, I'm wondering what you're doing every day in your job, okay, or in your business. Also, we have events all around the world. In most of the country, we have events organized by our local leaders. Where all of us are team players. You just send people there, your friends. Somebody made the presentation, they meet the community, they understand how it works, they get enrolled, and they start doing the business there with the support from the local teams. I mean, this is how it works. You just get support from the system that we created all around the world. You just have to want it, okay? So in the end, I just want to give you a few examples. I mean, there are stories that inspired us all around the world, and there are stories that showed us how great this company can be and how great the lifestyle can be. So Johnny Wimbray is one of our top leaders. He's one of my best friends, honestly, together with Matt Morris. I mean, he started this company in the United States. He's also a speaker there. And imagine that now he's the one that basically opened countries like, UK and many other countries. He's one of the best leaders we have. And now he has an amazing lifestyle. If you go on Google, he's one of the best speakers we have around the world. Matt Morris also is a very good friend of mine. He's an international marketing director, an excellent owner of a company. We have James Lee. He's the guy that brought the company actually in the whole Asia continent. And actually, this is a story that inspired me a lot at the beginning, because imagine that these three guys actually saw the information in Cyprus. And they were officers in the army of Cyprus, guys. Just imagine how big of an experience they had there. So they just saw the opportunity. They started doing it, and what they did in Cyprus is unique around the world. Imagine that the whole population of Cyprus is about 800,000 people. So that means a whole country 100 times smaller than Germany, for example, okay? And guys, in 6 years, imagine they're all over 10% of the whole population of the country in WorldVentures. They have now over 100,000 members from all around the world. So if they did that in Cyprus, and you know the economical situation in Cyprus, imagine what we can do all around the world with WorldVentures. So if you understand only what I said in the last 5 seconds is more than enough. Stavros and Katerina are very, very good friends of mine. Actually, for sure, they will be my godfathers one day. Actually, they are the people that helped me build the company on the 3rd of May 2014. They came in our country and they showed us the way to do it. Now they are millionaires and they are traveling around the world. She was working on a logistic company. He was having a second-hand cars dealership. I mean, I told you there were people that didn't have any connection with WorldVentures. Actually, about me and Jetta, I won't say so many things. Just that, as you realize, I'm very sexy and very smart. I'm just kidding, okay? I'm very modest. My partner, actually, she's very, very well known. She's one of the best businesswomen in our country. She owns a big chain of salons. But I want to talk more about other people. So George, actually, he's the last international marketing director of Europe. He's a very good friend of mine. I'm so proud of him. He just hit it to the highest level in the company a few days ago. And guys, this guy has an amazing story. Just imagine that he saw the presentation 17 times. So most of you are in this presentation the first time, okay? This guy saw it 17 times, 17. So you remember I told you that at some point WorldVentures will become obvious? So the same thing happened for him. The first 16 times he didn't join. The last 17 times it was obvious. All his family, all his relatives, all his friends were already in WorldVentures and he had to join. So he joined the club, and after a few years, guys, I mean, his life is completely different. I mean, He has an amazing story. I'm just super blessed to be part of I know his friends as a family. And we have so many people that succeeded. We have a basketball player, again, one of my friends, Michael Kununis. We have Lou Hardy that was working in the army in Australia. Christy, actually, he's a very good friend of mine. He was working in real estate together with his partner, Chris, Octavian and Mihai. Cesar was working in sales. Actually, I have so many friends here. I can talk for hours about them. What I want you to understand, guys, is they are normal people. Okay, actually, I will introduce a few of them. They are normal people. They just saw the information. They realized that the company will get huge, and they just realized that one way or another, their friends will find out about WorldVentures. And instead of finding out from other people, it's better to find out from them. And they just got it all as a gold member or as a platinum member. Just as a briefing before we end, gold membership for the people that just want to travel, okay, they don't want to do the business. The gold membership is $200 plus $50 the first monthly fee. Okay, and again, you have a monthly fee of $50 that at the end of the year you realize all the money you get back in points, you use them as discounts for the future trip, besides the fact that you're using the services. And for the people that for the people that also wanted the business, it's another $100 more plus $11. So totally, the gold membership plus business is $361 plus $61 per month a monthly fee. For the people that don't want the business, is $250. And for the people that want to join platinum, of course, as I told you, everyone chooses the membership that is best for him. The membership is $300 plus $100 the first monthly fee, so totally $400 plus $100 per month. That monthly fee that, again, at the end of the year is the same policy. You get back in travel points. And for the people that also want the business, is $100 more. So the platinum plus business is $511. When you enroll 3 members, you have $250 cash plus 600 dream points plus the training dollars that you can use in Berlin. When you enroll 4 members, you have no costs and basically you have the membership for free. And when you enroll 6 members, you have $750 cash, $1,200 plus the membership for free, plus the training dollars, plus many other things, guys. And in the end, as I told you, the most amazing thing that this club does is that it's connecting people from all around the world. As I told you, by far, if you remember that video and you saw that video at the beginning, those are also friends of mine. It's amazing, guys, to have friends all around the world, honest friends. It's amazing to make parties together, to travel the world together. I have met tens of thousands of friends, honestly, in my trips in the last 2 years and a half. We get to these personal development events when we just learn to think different, to surround ourselves with positive people and just live a different life. And what is more cool than getting paid also to do that? So I don't want to talk so much. You realize that I can talk for days about this club because it completely changed my life. But I want to bring in front of you some people that now are my friends, people that have amazing experience with the club, people that actually travel a lot with the club. They went to trips, they have friends, they already have success, some of them in the business. So I just want them to share their stories. So the first of them actually is a girl. She's a good friend of mine. She's coming all the way from Zimbabwe, but now she's living in London for maybe more than 10 years. And she's just an amazing person. She's built an amazing community in the UK, and she's traveling a lot, and she's just one of my friends, and I really want her to say a few stories about the club. So Nisa, if you can, please, I will put you now online with us. If you can tell us your story about the club. So
Hello?
Super Nisa.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Great. Okay. So my name is Nisa, and I'm originally from Zimbabwe, but I'm living in London. And my background is charity. I was working for an arts charity in London, but in order to do that charity work, I had to do 2 or 3 other jobs to sustain that, living in the most expensive city in the world. And sometimes even at the end of the month, after doing 3 jobs, I still didn't have enough money. So I was praying for something. I didn't know what, but I knew that there was something out there. And my brother from Zimbabwe asked me to go to a presentation. And a few years before that, there was a friend of mine that was also trying to meet up with me, but I didn't manage to meet her because I was always working and she was always traveling. So when I went to this presentation, the lady that was actually presenting was this friend that was trying to meet up with me. And this lady, her name is Efrosini, and she has tens and thousands of members in her team. And if I had signed up with her like 3 years before that, all those people would have been part of my team. But anyway, I joined with my brother. It's improved my relationship with him, and I've been on more than 20 trips. I'm on residual income, and I've qualified for the lifestyle bonus. So all I can say is thank you, WorldVentures.
Super, Nisa. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, darling.
Pleasure. Nisa is an amazing, amazing person. And the second person I will bring tonight with us is someone that actually he's one of the happiest guys I met on planet Earth. I'm sure that most of you know him. And this guy, guys, he was one of the first leaders we got in Europe. Basically, he's built an amazing organization all around Northern Europe and many other countries. He's just living the life, he's traveling a lot, and we are super blessed to have him with us. So I will go now and bring our friend, Mr. Eric Gushevich. So 1 second, I just did something and I cannot find button, but I will do it now. Cool. Just 1 second, guys. I did something and I cannot find the button. So Irina, if you can help me and put Mr. Eric Happy with us, give him the microphone and the camera, please. I cannot find the attendees anymore. So what is super cool about this club is that you do not have to be good in technology to be an IMD. This is the most important one. Cool? So Irina, if you can help me. Oh, I got it. Nice. It's cool to have support. So 1 second, guys. You'll love Eric. You'll see one of the most amazing energies you can ever get from Eric. So now I will just give the microphone and the camera to Mr. Eric. So Eric, can you hear us, buddy? Eric?
Hi there. Hey! Hey!
Hello, brother.
Hello, brother. Can you hear me?
Yes, we do.
Well, first of all, Razvan, I want to thank you for an awesome, awesome presentation. You filled me with energy and joy, and I want to sign up again when I hear you, brother. Well, I'm going to tell my story really, really short. I'm 55 years old. I've been in network marketing for 34 years. I was 21 years old when I saw the industry. I'm a carpenter, a regular carpenter, build houses and hotels, and, worked really hard, a hard worker. But I was sick and tired of my job, and I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I wanted a change in my life. I wanted something new. And like Wayne Nugent says, I wanted fun, freedom, and fulfillment. Now, there are some people that don't have fun, and that's sad, because when you have a job, that's not fun. A job's not fun. But if you love your job, then it's not a job. Then it's fun. But some people have fun, but they don't have freedom, And some people have fun and freedom, but they don't have fulfillment. And what we're offering today and what you saw today, it's going to give you fun, freedom, and fulfillment. Now, when I saw WorldVentures the first time, you have to believe and think that I've been in the industry for over 30 years, or then it was like 28 years, and I've seen it all. I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly. I've seen the monkey business, the bull, excuse my language. I've seen all the nasty stuff. I've seen all the scams. But when I saw WorldVentures the first time, I had 3 questions to my good friend Erlen, who I like, I love, and I trust him. And it's all about like and trust. You know, you have to like and trust the people. Well, the first thing I said to Erlen, does this really work? It's too good to be true. Tell me it works. Tell me it's true. And Erlen says, yeah, it works. It's true. It's that good. And then sometimes people are thinking, but is it legal? You know, is it legal? Because many people are thinking there's a lot of monkey business, there's a lot of crap out there. But the good thing is, as you saw today, Ernst & Young has approved it, the travel industry has approved it, the countries have approved it, the government has approved it, so we are legal. So now you know it's really good, it's true, and it's legal. Now the third thing you have to know is, how can you do it? Because I said to Erlen, how can I do it? And as you heard today, we work in a team, we help each other, we back each other up, we have support, we have teaching on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, we have live meetings, presentations. You know what? There's so much love and support, and there's so much teamwork that you can do it easy. You don't even have to know how to do it, and you can do it. You see, when you were a baby, when you were a little baby, and you didn't know how to walk, your mother and father, they bought you shoes. You had shoes before you could walk. And I'm thinking, why do you have shoes when you can't walk? Well, you see, you have to get the shoes first, and then you learn how to walk afterwards. Here, if you sign up and you join today, and you're thinking, but I don't know how to do it. Well, you don't have to, because when you sign up and join, that's your shoes, and you need shoes to walk. And you learn while you learn to walk while you're learning how to do the business. We'll help you, we'll take care of you, we'll support you. And the good thing is, I have to tell you something that you maybe didn't know. You've been doing network marketing your whole life. Seriously, your whole life you've been doing it, but you haven't got paid for it. You've been recommending things since you were a kid, since you were a child. You know, when a family gets together, there's a lot of love. And your parents love you, maybe your brother, sister, mother, father, they love you. And they'll tell you when there's something good, so you also can get something good. So when I saw this, I told my children, I told my parents, I told my siblings. I shared this with people because I wanted them also to save money and make money. Well, anyways, I could go on forever too. I just wanted to say hello. I'm on vacation. I'm getting paid for it. When I sleep, I make money. When I'm awake, I make money. And even when I'm sick, I make money. So I just want to tell you guys, don't be afraid. Believe in network marketing. It's the feel-good business. Network marketing will make you feel good. And it's all about feeling good. And believe in WorldVentures, because it does really work. I've been in for over 6.5 years. It really works. And believe in yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself, well, hey, we can help you there too. So all the way from my beautiful country, God bless, take care, and thank you for inviting me. I wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you, Eric. Wow, what an energy. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Nisa. Thank you, Eric. You're so one of my friends in this company. We're blessed. I mean, imagine that with these guys, we didn't know each other 2.5 years ago. And now we're just friends traveling the world and, you know, having a blast, just enjoying life. In the ending, guys, you know, honestly, this company really changed my life in its deep sense. I couldn't realize that I can make so many trips around the world, have so many friends. I couldn't realize I can, you know, I can close my phones or my laptops for weeks and earning money from this club and all this life we impacted with WorldVentures. Honestly, it scares the hell out of me, the thought that I would have said no 2.5 years ago. And I'm saying that because I had all the reasons in the world to do it. Imagine I went to a presentation, and when I went to the presentation, I asked 2 questions. Question number 1, how many people from my country traveled with this club? What do you think they answered? No one. Okay? So I didn't have the privilege to be in a room, okay, with, I know, 100, 150 people that have their experience that you can ask them about that, you know? Second question, I asked how many people from my country earn any kind of money from this thing. What do you think they answered? None, no one. So at that moment, I had all the reasons in the world to say no. And of course, the limited beliefs that I had in those moments were starting to, break in my head. And they were yelling, you don't have the time, you don't have the money, you are not made to this, your friends won't follow you, you don't have the experience, and all this kind of bullshit that we are saying to ourselves every day. And what I realized in that moment, and honestly I can thank God because this is the reason why I'm here today, I realized that the same excuses I have not to do this is the same excuses I will have in the next year, in the next 2 years, in the 5 years, in the next 10 years of my life. I read a quote about Albert Einstein a few years ago that was saying the definition of madness is to do the same things every day and to expect different results. That's what was yelling in my heart, and that's why I said yes. And I just compared what can happen to me in the best case scenario and the worst case scenario. Actually, I realized that not getting into WorldVentures, the best case scenario is to save a few $100s. And I mean, guys, just think about it. If you ever spend a few $100s for nothing, we do it all the time. But then again, I realized that if I get to spend this a few $100s, the worst case scenario is to go in an amazing trip or amazing trips with my own money. Okay, so I lost so much money in the business world, and getting to trips with my money was something completely different. I mean, for a worst case scenario, it sounds awesome. But again, I was thinking about the best case scenario. What if my life will really look exactly how I want it to look? What if I will be the guy standing on those slides? What if I get to have the dream car that I want? What if I get to have the dream house? What if I have to get the friends around the world and impacting people and traveling the world and all these things? And guess what, guys? It really happened. I even met my love. Now she's hiding. I met my love to WorldVentures. Honestly, this company really brought everything I could wish for, and that's why I'm blessed. But the reason I'm here today is because I had the courage to say yes when I need to say yes. In that moment, I realized that my life will be the same if I don't do something with it. But if I just say yes and if I start doing it, I might have a chance to change it. And what you are super blessed, guys, is that you have all the support you need. I didn't have a system. We had to build a system. You have the support from the people that invite you. They're amazing people. As Eric was saying, we have events all around the world. We have online trainings. You have all the materials you need to really succeed here. The only thing you need to decide is if you want to get in the boat and do it, or if you just want to watch other people and in 5 years, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, just remain with the question, what if? For me, this is the worst case question that can haunt a person or human being for the rest of his life. What if? And it's not only in business. It's in life. It's in love. It's in friendships. It's in business. It's in everything. So what I realized is that if I say yes, and if I don't succeed, I can live for the rest of my life with the thought that I am doing trips for free with my money, or better trips with my money, sorry, but I cannot live with the thought that I didn't try something where I didn't risk anything. What you are super blessed is the vision of the company, guys. What I can promise you is that we'll change this whole planet. Everything you saw today will become a phenomenon in the next 10, 20 years. We'll fill out parties, we'll fill out clubs, we'll make the most amazing trips on planet Earth. Probably someday we'll make trips in the moon. We are already becoming viral. We have so many people that are traveling all around the world with WorldVentures. We have movie stars from the United States. In our country, we are doing parties everywhere where we are visible. Everybody knows about You Should Be Here sign. We'll have so many millionaires, but we'll have so many people that are just traveling, and so many people that are earning maybe a few $100s, a few $1,000s, people that really change their lives. We'll build so many leaders that will impact the world with the new way of thinking. This company will change the world as you know it. And you guys have the opportunity to be part of it now when it's still at the beginning. But I don't want to, put my vision inside of you, because at the end of the day, it's your choice. We didn't organize this webinar to do it, to convince people, guys. I mean, honestly, I can be anywhere I want in this moment, wherever I want in the planet Earth, and have an amazing life. The only reason why I'm here tonight with all of you guys is because I love people. And I know that if God gave me this gift, I have to give it back to other people. But if from one way or another you just don't want to get enrolled, it's no problem. I mean, the person that invited you won't get upset with you. The reason why we organize these webinars, these travel parties, all our events around the world, it's to find two categories of people. First category is the people that are tired to pay a lot of money in bad trips. And people that realize that with this club you can have some amazing services, amazing trips. You can have access to this community, or you can travel by yourself, and they just want to become members. Okay, they don't want to do business. As I told you, something optional. So if you're in this first category, just talk to the friends that invited you. They will help you become members. You just need a credit card, a few $100, gold or plan. You can choose whatever you want. They will show you the app, and you'll be happy customers, I promise you. And the second category is the people that really saw the vision. People that realized that if we build all these things in the last 10 years, in the next 10, 20 years, we'll create a revolution all around the world. And those are the kind of people that want to have a part of this revolution, a part of their markets, a part of what we're doing. Or for those of you, just again, talk to the people that invited you today. Again, they are amazing people. They have the experience to guide you forward, and just get enrolled, make a plan with them. And I promise you, if you stick to the plan, if you come to the trainings, and if you give time to WorldVentures, it doesn't matter how much time, but give consistent time, maybe even a few hours per week from the next week to come, I promise you, we will see each other around the beaches of the world. So at the ending, guys, all I know and all I want to do is to help people have the same things we want. I know that this company is bringing light around the world. I know it's not just travel. I know it's not just a business opportunity. It's something, it's a phenomenon that is creating communities. It's making people change their mind and think different. And it's creating the most amazing experience that people can get all around the world. So if for one way or another you just want to be a part of it, you want more trips, you want more fun, more freedom, more fulfillment, more money in your own bank accounts, and more friends, just welcome to WorldVentures. Thank you all for being part of this webinar today. I wish you an amazing life, and I will see you around the beaches of the world. God bless you all.